Prof X, you just haven't seen the power of God. That's why anyone who demonstrates power, you criticize. Tell me someone who demonstrates power that you know. Are you talking about Paul Enenche who hires wheelchairs? Are you talking about Alf Lukau who resurrects people that you would have hired and paid? Are you talking about TB Joshua who stages miracles? Or Chris Oyakilome who also hires people to perform and act at his shrine? So when you say when the power of God is being demonstrated, what exactly do you mean? Because so far, all the so-called men of God that you are referring to, they hire actors to give testimonies, to pretend to be healed. There is no single man in Africa who has ever performed a healing miracle. Not one. Anyone that you have ever seen being healed in any of these churches was hired, was paid. Okay, before we continue on the healing saga, or the prophetic or the prophecy saga, let's hear what Ojugi has to say. Ojugi, you have 2 minutes. Talk to me.
So, brother, you're saying that there's no man of God that can perform a healing miracle under the influence of God, intercede for people,
Do you know one, my brother?
and heal them from their bondage.
Do
I
you know
was
one?
live at I was live at Senior Apostle TB Joshua's holy temple today, and I saw the lame being healed.
By who?
I saw manifestations, people being delivered.
By
Are you
who?
saying all of this is the stage? Apostle TB Joshua.
Apostle Tibu Joshua was a
Apostle
prophet.
John Chi, sorry, Apostle John Chi, a descendant of TB Joshua.
Apostle who?
John Chi.
You were there where?
I was there live today at his
Live.
temple, at his church.
What were people being healed from?
The lame were being healed and they could walk. I mean, I saw this live. It's not like I saw it on TV or I saw it live at the prayer room.
Yeah, I'm with you, my brother. I'm asking you, they were being delivered from what exactly? The ones that you saw live.
I mean, the lame, right? Those who could not walk for years. Some said they could not walk for 11 years.
Okay, when you say the lame, are you talking about people on wheelchairs or crutches? What
Yes,
exactly?
people on wheelchairs.
And did you examine the
I
wheelchair?
used to, I didn't examine it, but from the way they were crying, it shows that they have been suffering for a very long time.
How
It
many?
cannot be staged. I don't believe it can.
How many did you see being healed?
About 3 people.
They
They
walked.
walked.
They walked from wheelchairs and crutches.
You see, John Chi, right? He has this room called the power room. Inside that room, water is flowing inside, right? Once you enter that room, whether you are lame, whether you are blind, whether you're suffering from what infirmity, as you drink that water, through the influence of God healing you, He's interceding for you. You will be healed.
Is there anyone that you know from those who were healed that you know personally?
No, I don't know them personally.
Okay, those that were healed and delivered, did you see them after the service?
Did I see them personally to question them?
Are you sure?
No, I did not see that. I did not see them. I saw them during when they were being healed.
Okay, what about after they were healed? Did you see them?
No. One woman came from South Africa. Was it South Africa? She said she's been suffering from back pain, neck pain. She couldn't move her neck. They recommended all things. She tied things on her neck. Those things they tie on the neck, on the waist. Man, she was healed.
Okay, have you ever watched like movies?
Yeah, I watch movies about.
Do you believe everything you see in movies?
No. They're acted.
They make it clear that it's acting, right?
Yes.
Exactly. That's the same thing that John Chi does. He hires people, pay them, but they make the world believe. They make people like you believe that is the power of God at work, but it's all acting.
How sure are you that all this is scripted? How sure are you that all this is scripted?
Okay, if you find me just one, I'm not asking for 3 or 10 or 20 people from John Chi's shrine. I'm asking you one person, my brother. Go to John Chi, see him delivering people from wheelchairs, and I want you to follow that person they deliver, and talk to that person, and convince that person to come and join us here, or investigate that person deep. You realize that that person was never disabled.
So, brother, miracles don't exist.
Miracles exist. God can do anything. Don't get me wrong. But John Chi can't do nothing. Never healed
So
anyone in his life.
the man of God cannot intercede. There's no man of God who can intercede for you through prayers and heal you from your
My brother,
infirmity or
I want
suffering
us to
or
focus
what.
on John Chi. If we spread this conversation over different so-called men of God, it will be difficult for us to prove their falsehood. You said you were there at John Chi's life.
Yeah.
And I'm asking, when are you going back again to John Chi?
I'll be there next week Sunday.
On
I've started
Sunday,
worshiping there.
okay. On Sunday, are you going
Yes.
to be able to observe all the miracles that John Chi performs? And after observing them, look at all the people that he is healing. And after you see those people that he is healing, just look at one that he heals from a wheelchair or from a crutch and follow that person after service. That is, if you even be able to find those people after service. But if you succeed to locate those people after service, go talk to that person. If you can get them to give you their contact details, and then you come back again to us on Sunday, and we engage those people and find out what they were healed from. There are things that you will find out from that situation. They either don't have even a phone, or they are coming from a place that you don't even know, or these people were never sick to start off with. But what I know for a fact is, after service, you will not find those people anywhere. You will not be able to locate a single one of them. And another thing, you'll never see those people back in that church ever again. That will be the last time and the first you see them in that ministry. And let me ask you a
Yes, they'll come
question.
out.
Let me ask you a question before I land. If you go to any man of God's church and you have been disabled for 15 years, and that man of God delivers you from a wheelchair, are you ever going to stop going to that man of God's church?
No, I don't think so because it's a real man of God. If he does
Exactly.
actually
Exactly.
deliver you.
If that man delivers you from that kind of affliction, you give your life to the service of his ministry. But when it comes to John Chi, all the people that he has ever healed in his entire career, they don't come back. He only heals them and they go. And they never return to give testimonies. So what kind of
They
healing
come, they
is that
give
one?
testimonies. They give testimonies, brother. They give testimonies in church.
No, of course, my point is the only testimonies are given after the healing. But after that testimony and healing session, they'll never come back again. Where do they go?
Good question.
Where do they go after receiving their healing?
People travel from wherever in the world to come to his ministry
All of them
and
travel.
receive. Some people,
We can't even have one, my brother, who comes back and just become an usher. Just one who comes back and say, I was not working for the past 10 years. Now I've come to dedicate my life to this ministry. Just one. To just
I
become.
don't know anyone. I don't know anyone personally, but other people have relatives who were lame. They could work.
Okay, let's put that on aside. In this era that we are living in a digital era. Almost everyone have a social media presence. Everyone have
Yeah.
an online presence. Almost everyone is on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, or any other social platform you can think of. Twitter, that is now X. Why, my brother? Why? You know, why don't we have a single one person from all the people they deliver posting their old pictures on wheelchairs and posting their after pictures after receiving healing from this prophet? Why don't we have social media buzzing with individuals testifying in their own capacity to say, I went to this church and I was healed? Just one, just one. I'm not asking for two. Of course, we might not know anyone and everywhere, but there must at least be a coincidence that we bump into some of these posts online of
Yes,
people
that's
testifying that, I went to John Chi, I was disabled. Look at what the God of John Chi did. I'm now walking. Glory be to Jesus. Why can't we have such coincidences? That's all I'm asking.
maybe there are people, but you haven't seen them yet. You
Or
haven't found
maybe,
them.
or maybe they don't have internet access where they are. They only use people without cell phones, without internet access, without smartphones.
Well, you're confusing me.
I'm confusing what?
You're confusing me.
No, I don't intend to confuse you. I just intend to help you critically analyze certain things. I just want to inspire some critical thinking abilities in you.
Okay.
So that when you
Okay.
see
What
things,
about
don't just take them on surface value.
Yeah, I understand you. What about the scenario where he touches people and they manifest spirits? Is that also scripted?
These men are demonic, if I should put it correctly. They operate with a different force. They operate under different forces. So you being touched and manifesting, or you being touched and shouting and making all those funny noise, it's a delusion. There are two things at play here. You are vulnerable to the man. You have submitted your soul to him. You have given your free will to him by allowing him to touch you. You are literally surrendering yourself to him. So you become so vulnerable. All your defenses are down. So by mere physical contact or him breathing those stinking breaths of theirs to your face, there will be like some sort of confusion that will permeate through your entire body. And you'll be under this emotional, tension. And you think something is happening. Do you know the power of imagination? If you imagine that something is happening right now where you are or where I am right now, if I can just imagine that this man who's touching me is literally representing God, and his touch and his breath is going to do something. When the person says, "Psh," and once he touch you, you fall. All of you people, you've been programmed to know how to fall. Now you know it subconsciously. You might not acknowledge it, but subconsciously you know. When a man of God touches you and say "Psh" on a speaker, on a mic, just touches you and say
Yes.
"Psh," and breathe some stinking air in your face, you are programmed to fall down. You all fall. You all fall down. You know it. If you go to a church today, even to some spiritual vagabond who does not even have any small dark spirit operating in him, as long as he blows that air on the mic and say "Psh," and touches you like this, you know that you have to fall. And you'll fall. And people that are watching will think that this is true. But as for Kakande, we had another sister here who told us that with Kakande, I did not fall because it was anointing. I felt like I was literally hit by Tyson, by Mike Tyson. So when they see that you are not falling or their dark force is not impacting you in any way that is pushing you down, Kakande will literally now hit you hard at the center of your own balance and make you fall.
Okay. I've heard you. So basically, what's your advice for us? Because personally, I'm from a Catholic background. I just started diverting into worshiping in Apostle John C's church.
Okay, as
Just
for
like
John Chi, I
month.
want to ask you to do me a favor. When you see John
Yeah.
Chi delivering people, just mark one person. I'll advise you after you do this social experiment. When John Chi delivers people from wheelchairs or from clutches, just look at one person, mark that person, and follow them after service. If you happen to find them, get their contact details for me and for yourself. If you don't know what to ask them, don't ask anything. Just go and say, "Ah, I was very inspired by how you were delivered from that wheelchair. Can you please share with me your contact details? I would want to keep in touch with you." You might find out that they don't have a phone, definitely because whoever recruits them tells them not to be with their phones. He tells them not to interact with people after service. The administrator who brings these people for these gimmicks, they do so under very strict conditions and terms. They are told to gather in one place after service, and a small combi or taxi will come and fetch all of them back to the rehearsal rooms. There are different places where they go for rehearsal, where they'll get their payment after acting. Because remember, after they finish acting and pretending to be sick, they have to get paid. So they'll only get paid when the job is fully done, when the service is over. So you must look for one. That is if you will find one. If you find one that was delivered by John Chi, and I doubt very much, get their contact details. And then I'll advise you after.
Okay, brother. Some people, right? They buy this. He has living water. They buy this living water. They might be suffering from barrenness. Suffering
There's
from.
nothing like living water. Oh, that is death water. It's called death water, not living water. Do you know what is death water?
No.
They call it living water, but in its actual sense, it's death water. That water that they sell to you, it is mixed with fluids from corpse, from dead bodies in the mortuary. You know that water
Like
that
that
is used
guy.
to
Like that
wash.
guy in your book.
Eh?
Like that guy in your book.
You what?
Like that guy in your book. There, what they give him. Those stuff they give him.
Exactly. But you know it. So I don't know why you are still following John Chi if you've already read the Dark Lords of Benin.
Brother, the testimonies are there.
You are mute, my brother. The testimonies are way, my
That's
brother.
what.
They are
That's
John
what
Chi.
convinced most 90% of people. The testimonies.
But can you get me someone that testifies then? Let's start there. Maybe that
I'll
physical.
try. I'll try. I'll try.
No, don't try, my brother. Let's make
I'll
this
try.
work. Get us one person who gives a testimony of being healed from a wheelchair. And we'll take it from there. And I also want you to testify. Have you testified in that church? Have you received any healing, any miracle in John Chi's church, or you have only seen other people?
No, not yet. No, I haven't received any email.
Yeah, so until you receive your own testimony, because I know your own testimony, it must be real. He doesn't give testimonies to people that have real situations in life. His testimonies are only coming from people that he hired, people that he paid to act.